You are welcome to our today's revision on section 2 of the same paper. And before that, just to remind you of our school profile that you can see on your screen. Our ascending grades online school, where you your grades and elevate your future. Welcome to Ascending Grades, where passion for learning meets academic excellence. Our online school provides expert guidance in mathematics, biology, chemistry, and physics, empowering students to achieve their full potential. So we shall go straight to number 17, where we left yesterday. If you are not part of that class, you can still follow on our previous YouTube, in our previous YouTube channel, the Ascending Grades. So we can start from section number 2, and the instruction is answer only 5 questions in this section in the spaces provided. As for us, we'll go through every question as it appears. So this one is the question on AP, arithmetic progression. They're saying the first 3 terms of an arithmetic progression AP are p squared over 6, 2p minus 6, and p respectively. Given that the common difference of the AP is 0, find the value of p. Now we have the 3 first terms of the AP. So the first thing we have to look at I can see Anne, you are following. I think Anne from Muka Girls. Thanks for joining. Keep in touch. So the first thing we are supposed to do now is look for the common difference. You can look common difference of this AP. The common difference. In the common difference, we are going to subtract the second term from the first term, and then the second term from the third term, so that we get our common difference. So we're going to check 2p minus 6, then minus now the second term, which is p squared over 6, which is equal to p minus 2p minus 6. So this is how we find our common difference. So this equation now, we can now solve it. We can solve this equation, whereby we have 2p minus 6 minus p squared over 6 is equal to negative p plus 6. Then we finish it. We continue with the same, so that we have 12p. So we have 12p minus 36 minus p squared equals to negative 6p plus 36. Now we shall have p squared, collecting like terms together, p squared minus 12p, then plus 36 is equal to 6p minus 36. So we shall have now p squared minus 18p to be, then we add 72, 36 plus that one becomes 72, 36 plus 32, which is equal to 0. Now we have our equation. We now solve it, making this p squared minus 6p, that 18p we separate, so that it becomes 6p minus 12p, then plus 72 equals to 0. So we now have to look for the common factor, which is p minus 6. Then we shall have negative 12 into p minus 6 equals to 0. Then we take one of these, which is p minus 6 in brackets. Then we have another one is p minus 12, which is equal to 0. Now, we now find the value of p. So the value of p is p minus 6 is equal to 0, or p minus 12 is equal to 0, to be equal to p is equal to, having p as 6 and p as 12. When you substitute 6 up here, you're going to get our difference to ignore 6. Now that if you take your p to be 6, the common difference will be 0. So ignore 6, because 0 becomes what? 12. So you take your p as 12. Now we move to the next one. The same. Remember, this is section B. One question carries 10 marks. So that is just 4 marks out of the 10. We are remaining with 6. Now the second one, find the 20th term of the AP. So having that, we have here, up here we have our p squared over 6, which is equal to, that is p squared, which is equal to p minus 2p minus 2p minus 6. So we shall take, having our p as 12, you're going to take 12 squared over 6 gives us 24. So that using this equation, now using these 2p minus p squared over 6 equals to negative p plus 6, we are going to have this 2 into 12 minus 6, which is equal to 18. This is how we got this one. We have 2p minus 6 is equal to p plus 6. Remember, our p is 12. So 12 times 2, that is 24. Now minus 6, then p is 12. 12 plus 6, you get what? 18. So our 24. So we have to find now the common difference. Common difference is given by 18 minus 24. That is the 18 minus 24. So that we now taking our 20th term, a plus now 19d. We are going to have now our a is going to part. You calculate the sum of the first 20 terms. So that one, you recall the formula. The sum is equal to n over 2, then into 2a plus n minus 1 d. So that was the formula. So that your sum of the first 20 gives you 20 over 2 into 2 times 24, that is 48, plus 19, that is 20 minus 1, we get 19. Then times the difference, which is negative 6. So 10, that one becomes 10 into 48 minus 114. So 48 minus 114, you get negative 66. So you're going to get times 10, you get negative 660. So this is now your sum of the first 20 terms of the AP. And with that, you scoop your 10 good marks. Your 10 good marks. You have it. We can move to question number 18. That is it's a graph, as you can see. It's a graph that says the graph below represents the wave a plus b sine x in the range of 0 degrees less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 360. That is the graph, as you can see. They are saying determine the values of the constants a, b, and w. A, b, and w. So determine the values of a, b, and w. Wx. So we can write it here. Y sine w. As you can see it, w. Or we can start with a. Now a becomes 1. Now b, and b becomes a 2. We can say w. We can say with the w, we can say the period of that wave will be equal to 360 divided by w. So that for us to find the w will be equal to now the period now is what is the period? Whereby we have one complete oscillation. Now we can see the period is whereby we move from the start here, we complete one cycle, so it ends here. So our period, you move downwards, our period now becomes 40. So our period to 40 is equal to 360 divided by w. Now we find the value of W. So the value of W becomes 360 divided by 240. So we get 1.5. So 1.5 becomes our W. So this is the value of W. Value of A is 1, value of B is 2. Then wanasema complete the table below correct to one decimal place. Hence draw the curve of y is equal to 1 minus 2 cos x for 0 degrees, that one on the same axis. So you can use this equation, y is equal to 1 minus 2x cos x. So where we have x, we replace with, now for instance, here a is x is 0. You replace the equation cos 0, then you take 1 minus 2 cos 0, you get negative 1. Same to 30, 0.7. Then 90, we will get 2.7. 2.7. Then 180, 3.0. You are going to get 1.0, negative 0.7, negative 1.0, negative 1.0. So that is how we fill the table. Using the graph, solve the equations. Now we need to draw this graph. After filling in, we need to draw. So on the same axis, we draw this other curve for y equals to 1 minus 2 cos x. So where there is 0, you start with negative 1.0. So this is the graph. You can reduce it this way so that we can have it this way. So we have negative 1.0 here, 0, negative 1.0 here. Then we move to the next one is 30 degrees. Where we have 30 degrees, we are having negative 0.7. 30 degrees here. 30 degrees, we have negative 0.7. 30, negative 0.7 is somewhere here. Somewhere here. Then next is 60, we have 0. Where we have 60, we have 0 here. Next is 90, 1. 90 is here, so 1 is somewhere there. Then after 90, you can reduce it this way. So 90, after 19, we have 122. 120, we have 2 here. 150, 2.7. 150, 180, 3.0. 180, 3.0 here. Then we have 210. 210, we have 2.0 here. Then 270, 1. Then you finish with no, there is 330, negative 0.7. 330, negative 0.7, 0.567 here. There. Then lastly, 360, we have negative 1.0. So 360, we finish it here. Now you draw your smooth curve using your free hand. That is how you draw your smooth curve. That way. So that is how you draw your. That is how you draw now. So that is the graph of y is equal to negative 1 minus 2 cos x. So that is the graph. You will get some marks for that. So that is how you draw. Then you move to the equations. Y is equal to 0. You solve the equation. Now our equation, we are now given this one to solve the same equation. So you're going to say y is equal to a plus b sine wx, the given equation now, this one. So we need to subtract this given equation from the original one. So this one, you're going to get 0. A plus b sine wx minus a plus b times sine wx, you're going to get 0. Then y minus 0, you get what? Y. So our y is equal to 0. So having this and our equation, this one, the first one, the graph that they have drawn for us. So you look to the points where y is equal to 0. So that is now going to be your values for x. Anywhere where the curve is cutting, where the curve is, where y is 0. So you move where y is 0. So where y is 0 on this curve, here it is. We have this one, this point, and another point. This is the other point. So when you look at these points where this graph is cutting, the x-axis at y equals to 0, your values of x are going to be 2. The first one, this one is around 140 what? So the first value of x is going to be 141. And the second value of x is going to be, as you can see, it's around 220, 219 there. Here. So it's you can say 219 degrees. So there is a plus or minus 2 for your answer that way. So that is how we solve. Then we have 1 minus 4 cos x, which is equal to 0. So, and we have our equation as y is equal to 1 minus cos x. You now take minus 4 minus 4 y is equal to half. Your y becomes a half. Now you look for the values of x when y is what? When y is on our new curve. This one, the one that we've drawn. Where is y? Where 1 is a half? Where 1 is a half? So where 1 is a half is here. So we have this point and this other point here. So when you look, you read the values of x at this point and at this other point, you're going to get your x to be equal to that is now 75 degrees, and also x is going to be 285 degrees. Then we have an addition or subtraction of 3 degrees, plus or minus 3. So that is your range of answers should be that way, with a plus or minus 3. So with that, you'll be able to get your 10 marks. That simple. We can move to question number 19. Question number 19. But before that, I just want to remind you of our Ascending Grade online school. As you can see on your screen, where we elevate your grades and elevate your future. This is where passion for learning meets academic excellence. Now, our online school provides expert guidance in mathematics, biology, chemistry, and physics, empowering students to achieve their full potential. So you are reminded to register for the ongoing online classes through that number. Okay, number 19. It reads, a Form 4 class had streams A, B, C, and D. The streams are distributed as follows with respective percentage of antimicrobial resistance, AMR, infection. So we have those streams A, B, C with the number of students and the percentage with AMR. This is now a student is chosen at random from the class. Determine the probability that the student is in Form 4D. So this is a question on probability. Question on probability. So, and the second one, they're saying probability that the student is infected with AMR. So you can start with the first one. This is a question on probability, 10 marks. Now they want you to find the probability that the student is in Form 4D. So we have Form 4A, Form 4B, Form 4C, and Form 4D. The number of students is, as you can see, 45, 46, 64, and 60. So the probability that the student will be in Form 4D, we've now first the total number of students. So total we add the 45 plus the 56 plus 64 plus now the 60 plus 60. So you get 225. Now, find the probability that the students will be in Form 4D. Probability the student will be in Form 4D. Now, Form 4D, we have how many students? 60 students. Out of the total, which is now 225. Now, the probability will be equal, when you simplify, you get 4 over 15. Now, this is now the probability that the student will be in Form 4D. Then probability that the student is infected with AMR. So the number of students infected, the student is infected, now number of students infected will be equal to, now we take now 20 over 100, that is the percentage. We start with 20% of the students in Form 4A, 20 over 100 times 45, the number of students in that class, 45. That is 2.5%, 12% times the student in Form 4C, which are that way. So you work out, this one here, you're going to get 9 plus 7, then here plus 16, then plus now 6, and plus 6. So we're going to get now, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get now 30 what? 38. And now number of students infected will be now what? 38 in the whole Form 4 class. So the probability now, probability will be equal to 38 out of the total, which is 225. So this one becomes your probability of the student being affected by AMR infection. Then part B of the question says 2 students are chosen at random from the school. Determine the probability that one of the students is in Form 4A while the other is in Form 4D. So probability that the first student chosen is from Form 4A and the second one is Form 4D, or the first one is in Form 4D and the second one is in Form 4, in Form 4A. So we are going to have a probability of, now the probability of choosing Form 4A, and the next student is in Form 4A can have Form 4A, and the next one is in Form 4D,